Hey kids, you trying to get into Segment City? Well, you really shouldn't, because Segment City is a mature podcast, and listener discretion is advised. I'm just trying to look at... I know I'm in an alleyway. I know how I look, but I got some fireworks for you kids. I got snakes and I got sparklers. That's all I got. Oh, don't give me that.
Peter Piper picked a pail of pickled peppers. Peter Piper picked a I'm starting to do. I want to do vocal exercises because I feel like I need to be clear with our podcast and really enunciate.
Do you want to hear one that we did in acapella?
Yes, of course.
Well, it wasn't an enunciation one. It was a vocal range thing, so it might not be as helpful.
All right.
Well, I don't know. Now I feel put on the spot.
You're very put on the spot.
I'm not going to do it now.
No?
I will just go back to Peter Piper.
Peter Piper. The
quick brown fox. Wait, hold on a minute. The quick brown fox, that's supposed to be for typing. It doesn't help to say it.
The quick brown fox was unhappy at his typing job. And he went to the lazy dog, who was his boss, and he said, I would like a raise, please.
And the lazy dog said, no, I am lazy and will not do the paperwork to give you a raise.
That's the end of the story and this exercise.
But I like talking like this. This is our new style.
Pacer exercise. Run.
Wait, the pacer test? Holy shit, the pacer test, dude. That was garble. What was that supposed to accomplish?
It's supposed to make you faster,
the
better,
pacer
stronger.
test. Wait, I'm going to pull up the pacer test. One sec.
I just remember, start. Stop.
Start.
It was like an elimination thing. Did you ever do... Oh, God.
The test will begin on the word start. On your mark, get ready, start.
This music! This is the pacer test, baby!
That's fucking groovy.
Dude, I think I actually kind of like the pacer test.
Can we do the pacer? Can we make an exercise that is... What is...
Oh, there's like a little bell.
Oh.
Oh, now I'm bopping.
Are we gonna get demon? No, there's no demon. Are we gonna get copyright?
We're gonna claim for the pacer test
because of the pacer test.
Dude, the pacer test, low key bop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like a battle royale. People, did you ever get eliminated because you had
I never
to get
thought
to the
about
end
that. Yeah, and then you had to partner up and
it would go faster and faster, and that's how they would get you out.
Yeah. Dude, it was like a battle royale. That was the OG battle royale. Kids these days with their Fortnite. Go do the pacer test.
If I did, can we do a new exercise fad that is the pacer test? Can we create that?
You mean bring it back?
Yeah, bring it back.
But for adults?
Yeah.
Yeah, why do Zumba when you could just do the pacer test?
The pacer test.
You already know the rules. You don't have to learn anything.
The government mandated pacer test?
I bet you could find people that would pay you to train for the pacer test. As a legitimate, an exercise class. But
people who use, the FBI fitness test as a standard, you use the pacer test that they give to fourth graders?
I want to be as fit as my fourth grade self.
My fourth grade self was garbage. Are you kidding me? I could destroy my fourth grade self. Playing dodgeball?
But would you destroy your fourth grade self in the pacer test?
Oh, absolutely.
Really?
I'm way more fit than I was back then.
Hey, good for you, man.
Fourth grade?
That's great.
Nothing. I was a little dough ball.
I was rolling through that.
Now, listeners, listen to this.
Oh, shit, dude. It's the sound of him flexing, dude.
Oh, man.
Oh, dude, get that good flex in.
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Okay, that was weird.
Well, you've now experienced PE class from the gymnasium of Segment City. Welcome.
I was going to make a joke about...
All right, you do your joke.
Okay, let's... we need to pace ourselves because we're only in the beginning of Segment City.
I'm really glad I waited for that. No, that was worth it.
Was it?
No.
Oh, no! Wait. Start. Laughter. Stop. Laughter.
I don't want to strain myself. I have to pace myself.
You gotta pace yourself. Welcome to Segment City.
Yeah,
My
welcome.
na-
You made it through our pacer test.
We talked about the pacer for like a good 4 minutes. Like,
It was worth it.
It was worth it. I'm Will Kane,
And I'm Theo Sabakos.
and this is a show in which both Theo and I present segments each week. Some of them new, some of them reoccurring segments. But we don't know what the other is going to present.
Yeah.
That's kind of the fun twist to it.
Except for I do know what you're going to present. Well, at least the
you-
segment. I don't know the actual thing. It's
gonna...
time for a Will's dumb thought.
No, we're not going to start with that.
What?
I know. Y'all have been...
I've been bamboozled.
You've been listening, but somebody actually sent in an email.
Someone did?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, we have one listener.
A good friend
I
of
wish
our
we-
show and real life friend, Connor.
We should have a gong. And every time a new listener writes in, we ring the gong on the show.
I don't know. That's money.
It's like
you could get it on Amazon. You can get a lot of cheap shit on Amazon.
Yeah. Hey, fun fact about my life. I recently did a game jam, and I won, and I got $50 to get Amazon because I won. So we could get
Yay.
a gong
With that money?
with my game jam money.
How do you get good, useful stuff?
Like a gong.
Like almost a full game.
like a gong?
No. Okay, I think you're just going to get the gong.
I'm gonna get the
I feel
gong
like this
one.
is just going to happen.
Oh,
You're
yeah,
going to be a nightmare to your roommates.
No, I'm bringing it here.
Dinner! Boom, 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 boom. We could be the cool gong guy in every band. That's in every band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the cowbell guy and the gong guy. Anyways, Connor wrote in
Yes.
with a segment that you are now going to share with me.
He actually sent in quite a few segments. Some of them
What a good
little
friend.
bit longer, some of them a little bit shorter, but I wanted to give him a shout out and I wanted to present a few of the segments that he gave to me.
Whoa.
The first one, which relates to something that Theo and I were actually talking about before, is, wait, that person was in that thing?
Oh, okay. I like this.
Which is usually, this is probably going to be heavily based in like actors being in movies, but
Right.
also probably other stuff like video games, like, oh, that actor was in that movie, or like that
Sure.
person worked on that. We were talking earlier about Lord of the Rings. Do
Yes.
you know who is in Lord of the Rings that people only notice like way after?
I don't know. Lay it on me.
Brit from Flight of the Conchords.
Wait, really?
He plays an elf.
He is? Is
Yeah.
he just in the background?
Yep. Well, he has a line. He has a speaking role.
What does he say?
It's when the elves are like walking through to go to the Undying Lands, and Arwen,
Yeah, Arwen.
the
right.
elven, she's like, I could have a life with Aragorn, and he just goes, my lady, we must move on. And then she just fucking turns and rides away, and he just goes, my lady, and that's it. And
My lady!
I'm looking up now. People named him, like fans named him.
Like he has an actual name in the universe?
Yeah. And he actually comes up in the Hobbit movies
He does?
as a reference. Yeah.
Oh.
He like welcomes the dwarves to the elven.
Wait, he's in The
Liz.
Hobbit?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, that's neat.
I'm going to look at, cause he has a name. Figwit.
Figwit! Love it!
The elf. I can
The
show you a
elf.
picture of him.
Aren't elves supposed to be like... Oh, that's so wacko.
He looks so like, it looks like a
Figwit
filter on
sounds
him.
like a Hobbit name, though.
Yeah. But
Like-
people love him. Is a fan-created name for then unnamed elf in Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings films.
My
Played by Brett McKenzie of Flight of the Conchords fame.
Many spies have many eyes.
Many New Zealanders have many
Acting parts.
parts that you didn't know about.
Maybe
So
maybe that'll be a trend. New Zealanders. I don't know. Then that statement will be true.
No, it won't.
I know a statement that is true, though.
Yeah.
Many spies have
Oh,
many
okay.
eyes.
All right. They have a trope.
They were true. Hey, that's pretty neat. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Now I'm educated.
This is going to be a recurring thing. These are, I like these because they're little
Salt,
tasty.
little flavor.
Ooh,
Yeah.
little appetizers for the main course.
Little trivia fact.
Here's another one that he submitted for our approval.
Mm-hmm. Which you approved.
Somebody had to pitch this, which is just weird parts in movies or video games or any kind of media where somebody had to think it up, somebody had to approve it, and it had to get into the final product.
Right, because everything in a movie is explicitly put there. It's not like something happens to make it in.
No. And this is from a video game.
Yep.
Which is an infamous scene in... Did you ever play Ocarina of Time?
No, I never did, actually. I know I'm going to get shamed, but...
There's a big, like... He basically looks like a big frog, but he's like a big fish man, and he's the king. And you need to get through a path. And he has a scene that probably feels like 5 minutes of him just scooting over his butt because he's physically in the way of the thing, and he just goes, whoop, 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 whoop. And you have to sit there and just like...
I just watch.
And so some designer had to be like, no, we want them to sit through him scooting over. We can't just cut away and he's just moved. No, that's too easy.
That would be just
We're not just going to do a transform. Somebody had to animate this big frogman scooting his buns over until he scooted out of the way of this big cave.
Weird choice there.
Also, he's in front of a big cave that has a little waterfall coming out of it, and it goes like, and you can swim in it, but it's the waterfall is through his junk and his ass.
Oh god. Maybe that's why he chose to stand there.
Maybe.
He was just like, hey, I was getting a nice little rinse off.
Ooh, ew, but then Link's just like, huh? Oh, gross.
The first time Link ever speaks is just like, this is nasty.
This is nasty. Hey, y'all. He just looks at the camera. He's like, y'all.
Breaks the fourth wall. Please don't swim in there. Please don't make me swim in there.
Mm-hmm.
Look straight at the camera. He's like, don't control me over there. Don't do it.
No. Get me out of there. So now we can actually get to our usual first segment, which is Will's Stupid Thoughts.
Here we go.
This is going to be a quick one because it's a gross thing I thought up, and it's kind of nightmare fuel.
It's a you nasty thought?
It's a very nasty thought. If you saw a time lapse of a person in their teens who had bad acne, would it look like their face was boiling with pimples?
You nasty.
That's very nasty.
That's really gross.
I thought of it, and I immediately was like,
oh god, that's disgusting.
It's very disgusting.
Probably would look like that.
Now,
just
let me lead you on this mind journey.
Paint me
I feel like I don't even need to.
Paint me less of a word picture. I'd like it if I couldn't imagine this as vividly.
I think that description kind of paints it for us, though.
Yeah, it's gross. The
It's
word
gross.
boiling.
This is why I said a quick one because
maybe that's why they're called boils.
boils are different things. You fucking idiot.
Wait, what are boils?
Boils are a different lump.
There's just another lump.
There's
though.
other lumps.
Yeah.
I mean, look at these lumps.
Oh,
These lumps bring all the wait.
Those combining
This
different.
acne brings all the boys to the yard.
And I'm not trying to attract any boys.
These lumps bring all the dermatologists to the doctor's office.
And they're like, do you want
need
some ointment? Damn right. I got this ointment.
It's prescription.
And they had to charge.
And that's
Damn.
That's our new segment.
They call
the
you
classic
nasty.
rock.
Yeah.
Well, classic hip hop.
No,
Hip
pop,
hop?
dude. That's
Just
pop.
Just classic pop.
Yeah. My milkshakes?
My milkshakes.
Oh god.
By Fergie.
What a weird song. What a weird
There's
time in our life.
a lot of songs that you don't think about being weird.
Yeah.
I'll give you an example. Pink has a song that's called You and Your Hand Tonight. Guess what that's about?
I think they fully knew what they were doing.
You know who didn't know what they were doing? My gym teachers in middle school when they played that song when we were running around the gym. Back to the pacer test.
I think it's just weird to me that there was a time at which, like, the song by Milkshakes or whatever it's called.
Yeah, that was
it was unironically played on, like, radio stations.
You could go to, like, a middle school dance and they'd probably play My Milkshakes.
And middle schoolers would be singing along to it.
And they'd be like, sick. Let's talk about these milkshakes.
And now they just have Fortnite.
They just
and
have
that's
Fortnite
it.
memes.
And they don't do the pacer test anymore.
This is
America's going to garbage.
Is this why you think we have an obesity epidemic? Do you think Michelle Obama was like, we need to get these kids healthy?
And not only do
First step, pacer.
And also we need to get these adults healthy. First step, pacer test.
We need pacers for everyone.
Pacers for everyone.
I don't think that would go well.
And then we need pacemakers for everyone.
People don't like when government gets involved with anything.
Yep.
You think they're going to be like, no, but the government says pacer.
That's the trick. The kids can't say no.
Kids can't say no, but adults will say, fuck you.
Yeah,
I'm going to eat more.
Absolutely. They'll say, I'm going to eat this burger and not do that.
I'm going to actively say no.
Yep.
Unless double trick. We try to do reverse psychology.
Yep.
We say just like, you know what Obama hates? People who are fit.
Ooh.
And people immediately are like, "Whoa, damn Rom! I'm gonna get so fucking fit."
Or on the other hand, you say, you have to eat this government mandated hamburger.
And they're like, I'm not going to get
I
no
will
government
never.
in my body.
I will do the
This
opposite.
is my body. I'm gonna control my own body.
Do you think
with my-
if the government tried to give everyone in the country a free hamburger, people would reject it?
There's a candidate for the Democratic race. This is dating it. Who is literally giving people money to vote for him because
Yeah, I
he
know.
wants to do the universal basic income. People still won't vote for him.
Yep.
He's
And,
literally giving people money and they won't vote for
Fun
him.
fact, that dude went to my high school. Ooh.
Hometown pride.
Hometown pride, baby. All right, I have a... Ooh,
Oh, okay. Yeah, we're recording
hello.
right now.
You're featured.
We're currently... No, don't put her on.
Oh
I'm cutting
my.
this.
Hi, guys.
I'm gonna actively cut this. So
Don't cut it. Don't do it.
you're giving...
You're so mean. You're cutting your
Yeah,
mouth
that's
You're-
right. What's
you're-
going
No
on here?
love. No
Come on.
love,
You
man.
guys are just making more work for me. That I have to cut this.
No, leave it in.
This is show business. Of course I'm gonna cut my mother.
That's just razzle dazzle showbiz, baby.
Razzle dazzle. No one wants to hear about Lori.
I want to hear about Lori.
How's her day going?
New segment. What's up with Lori?
There was a part in one of the episodes that I had to edit that my mother came home and just started like loudly ranting about something, and I say into the mic just like, she's showing up on the recording. God damn it. Like just so this just like tone of like, God fucking damn it. She's showing
There's
up on
another recording.
She's
All right, are you ready
starting
for a
to-
segment?
Yes, absolutely.
All right. This
I've been-
segment
Yep.
is called Strong Opinions on Stupid Things,
Oh, okay.
which is basically the title of our podcast.
Yeah.
It's basically the crux. But okay.
I think that would be the name of your autobiography.
Oh yeah, big time.
Strong opinions on stupid
On
things.
stupid things. The strong opinion this week that I had on a stupid thing:
Oh.
cereal and milk.
What is...
There's a correct way
Oh.
to eat cereal, and that I didn't realize I had such
To
strong opinions about.
Eat cereal?
Do I eat cereal?
No, to eat cereal? Like you're angry about how people go about eating cereal?
Yes.
I didn't
They're
know.
doing it wrong.
All right. So,
Okay.
wait, is this like this is a...
When you prepare a bowl of cereal for yourself, how do you do it?
I take the cereal,
Yes.
the box,
Yep.
pour it into the bowl.
Yep.
Then I pour the milk on top,
Yep.
and
And-
then I eat it with a
Yep.
spoon.
You've done it correctly. Congratulations. You get points
this
on the board.
feels like the wiping. Do
People-
you sit down to wipe or stand up? Where people...
We'll start with
Didn't
the
know
least.
about-
We'll start with the least offensive and work to the most offensive.
Okay, I feel like I'm...
How do you feel about combining cereals?
Depends.
Yeah.
I feel like there's different categories. There's the fruity,
There's a fruity.
there's the grain-based,
right.
and then there's
Kashi.
the
Yeah.
chocolate,
Chocolatey. Chocolatey
the
Wonderland.
sweet, the very sweet.
Yeah, no, so I'm cool with that. I think that's fine.
You can mix, like, I think grain could go with either, because it's
Right.
like, that's the bread and butter of,
Right.
like, Lucky Charms.
I'm like
90% of
Rice
Lucky Charms.
Krispies really actually you kind of need to mix something with it because it's kind of just like
It's kind of bland. Yeah.
right.
I'm fine with that.
How do you feel about people who don't put milk with their cereal? Like they just eat it raw.
Raw?
Yeah, like no, but like
Yes.
not like as a snack, just like as a breakfast. They don't like
No, here's
cereal
the
with
thing.
milk.
Do they pour it in a bowl?
Yes, and they eat it with a spoon.
I feel like that's just dirtying up utensils. You could just use your hand if you're
So
a bachelor
your
like
objection
myself.
is purely on like cleanliness. Like, why?
I
It
can
feels
understand.
wasteful.
I can understand a handful,
Right,
maybe.
'cause it's a snack.
Yeah, just a little snack. That's fine. Your entire meal. It feels like when you're a little kid and you get plain hamburgers.
Right.
And as you grow up, you like advance in you get ketchup, you get like lettuce, you build up
Yeah.
until you get the full.
Full burger.
This was like a kid thing I could see myself as a kid doing.
Yeah.
But then I graduated to milk.
Yeah.
And now I'm a milk boy.
Now I'm a milkman.
I'm a milk
I'm
man
a milkman.
now.
Mom, I'm a milkman.
I'm a milkman. You can't boss me around, Mom.
One of my coworkers was telling me that when she grew up in China and
They didn't have
actually
milk?
technically Taiwan. Her mom went to
Why
like Costco or some like American chain
Uh-huh.
and bought vanilla flavored goldfish and came home and they poured it in a bowl and poured milk on it and ate it like cereal.
I could see that.
Which
as long as it wasn't the cheddar.
It makes me like
It's a sweet
so
thing.
you would feel more objection if it was cheddar.
When's the last savory cereal you've eaten?
Like,
riddle me this. When's the last savory cereal you've eaten, my boy?
It doesn't exist, but I like the concept of flavor blasted pizza cereal. I think it's hilarious.
You get some pizza goldfish in there?
Like some barbecue goldfish with some milk on top.
Okay, immediately. That's why the cheddar, I think, would
The
probably
cheddar
be
is
the
hilarious.
classic cheddar would probably be the worst. Oh, the salt gets in the milk too. Imagine slurping.
It just makes like salty milk.
That's
salty milk.
actively. Oh,
And then I talked to someone also this week who apparently pours the milk in before the cereal into the bowl.
like a what?
Like they get out the bowl, they pour in the milk,
And
then they pour in the cereal.
on the first day, the Lord made the oceans, the oceans of milk, and then He bestowed upon the people the cereal
The
land.
cereal, the land that was
That will
the
be
cereal.
dry and very,
And then the third day, he got his spoon.
and to spoon as if basting the cereal in the milk, so that it will be less crunchy.
Less crunchy and more
and
palatable.
more palatable. It's supposed to get nice and not too like I don't like
But
the end of it. You know when
how
you
are
get the
you
end,
gonna-
it's the last pieces, and it's like
How are you
very
going to pour in the milk
milk-logged.
first? Because you don't know
How much?
how
yeah,
it's going
the
to
ratio.
cover. Right, you don't. And then a
Do you
lot of
think-
cereals
do
are just
they-
going to float on
You
top.
think people just pour in the cereal and they go, oh no, too much.
Too much. And then they have to put it back in the box?
Oh,
Or do they put in
it's
more
like,
milk?
but that's the thing. It'd be wet at that point.
You can't do it.
It'd be gross.
Yeah, that's why it's nasty.
That's nasty. Okay, but here's the thing. I've learned something actually from you.
Yeah.
I've learned that I am too soft and malleable when it comes to my opinions. I do have the
You're saying you
opinion-
could be sweet talked into putting your milk first?
No.
Oh.
I'm saying that I was about to say, this is America. People can do whatever the fuck they want. That's my genuine thing. That's less fun, and you make less of an impact as a person. when you-
Don't you want to put your stamp on the world? Have an opinion.
I've
have a
learned-
backbone.
After you got in an argument with your new roommate about sporks
Yep.
again,
Again.
That-
I will die on this
that
hill.
I saw something beautiful happen, ladies and gentlemen. I saw an immovable object be hit by an unstoppable force, which was his new roommate. Who Theo was like, when's the last time you used a spork? And he said, I have a spork in my car right now.
And I got
immediately-
so mad.
I think I applauded. I think I was.
I got so mad. That
So
man
I've
was
learned-
so prepared for the spork argument.
So realistically, people can do whatever they want. Will being new opinionated Will. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
I like New Will.
I think, here's another thing I thought you were going to say. Chocolate milk
Oh, with cereal?
with cereal. What's your opinion on that?
I think that's I have a kind of an objection to dessert cereals. Like cereals,
Dessert, like
like Cookie Crisp.
Cookie Crisp is garbage.
It's just
Well, it's not
just
garbage,
dessert.
It's just dessert.
It's just dessert. And
Imagine
and
eating that, like you get the sugar high instead of...
Right, exactly. It's like kids have tricked their parents into eating breakfast.
There's literally a cereal called Trix. They pull tricks on their parents.
This is a trick.
The people who made it know what they're doing. They know they're making a good goof.
Like their advertisement on TV is just a businessman in a suit being like, "Hey kids, trick your parents.
Trick your parents.
Buy this cereal."
We have this rabbit who steals.
He
What
steals.
a terrible...
It's just a businessman. He's like, "We have sugar.
Yeah.
Convince your parents you want the sugar."
As an adult, I have to put my own sugar on my cereal. What the fuck?
What are
if
you
I
talking
want a
about?
Brand, like those, have you ever had like the really dry like bran cereal, or like have you ever
You
had?
put sugar on that?
I remember when I was a kid, I didn't understand that there's a difference between Honey Nut Cheerios and regular Cheerios.
What did you think the Honey Nut was?
I thought they were regular. I thought there was just like I thought Cheerios were just the Honey Nut.
Oh,
I
you
was
didn't
like-
know about regular
And
taste.
then when I had that, it's like when you have plain yogurt for the first
Right,
time,
and you're like-
you go,
and you're like, "Oh, I thought vanilla was plain."
yeah, exactly. And you're like, this is just the bad version.
Yeah, this is just the worst
This
version.
is a worse version for adults who live in a gray
Have
world.
you ever, Frosted Mini Wheats?
Yeah.
Have you ever just had like the wheats?
Without the milk? Like, is this what?
No, like there's like the Frosted Mini Wheats.
Yeah.
It's like this little like
Yeah, with the
fibery
yeah,
things,
but just the
but they're unfrosted and they're much bigger. It's like an old person cereal. It's disgusting.
Old person cereal, or when your doctor like mandates it.
Right.
Like, they hand you the box in the doctor's office of like, you need to shit now.
You know that like
you need way more
that
fiber, my boy.
cereals are bad news when your doctor's like, you need fiber and you need to eat this cereal, and you're like, but there's no rabbit advertising this cereal. There's no wolf who plays tricks on kids.
Here's the question: when's the last time you've eaten one of those sugary cereals?
Well, that's how this argument at work came up. I tried Chips Ahoy cereal at work. It wasn't for breakfast. It was just for like someone had some.
They have
Also, I tried at work. People have garbage cereals at work, I'm realizing. Someone had Peeps cereal.
Oh, that's marshmallows.
I'm going to tell you right now, super underwhelming.
Really?
Because the Peeps in the cereal, the marshmallows,
suck up?
They weren't even good.
Oh, that's bad.
They weren't even good.
Is there a Lucky Charms, whoops, it's all marshmallows? Just like a kid's dream?
I think there is.
I think they did that though. I like the combination of the like the little grainy parts, kind of like
they make this marshmallows that much sweeter.
Yes, exactly.
When you hit
and they
them.
kind of like they add a good consistency.
Right.
If it was only that kind of chalky marshmallow, I'd be like,
they're so chalky.
It's so gross. But
I don't know. Chocolate milk, I'd say downvote on that because it's too much sugar for breakfast.
Just too much.
Yeah.
What's your opinion on drinking the milk afterwards?
Oh, 10 out of 10. Absolutely. Love cereal. What do you do with it?
I just dump it. I don't want
it.
You
dump it?
Yeah, I dump it.
What about like Cinnamon Toast Crunch when it tastes like cinnamony and sugary and...
It just feels weird to me.
What?
I've lived my entire life going like, if there's a drink that has particles in it, that's not a good drink.
Oh, what?
You know what I mean? Like,
this is wacky. Like, there's a divide opening between us. You know that they literally sell cereal milk in some places that is like
only for
that is like milk that has had cereal in it, and then they like bottle it.
Do you remember those straws that were made of like the cereal? Basically, it was like the drinkable straws, and you could eat the straws.
You could bite it.
Yeah,
I don't think I ever had that.
I want to be eco-friendly and get those.
We need to start making bowls out of cereal and then just bite the bowl and drink from the milk.
Very bold of you.
I hate it.
I'll cut that. No, I won't.
No, I won't.
Will, don't cut that. That was a good joke. And I love you, Future Will, who's editing this.
Will, I feel about the same about you in the future.
Theo, let's move on to another segment because I feel like you're going to get, like, we're going to build on this divide and hate each other by the end of this one podcast.
Well, let's play some Mario Party. What are you doing tonight?
Oh, God. That's actively. All right. I got a segment for you, my boy.
Yep.
It is a Wikipedia historian.
Hey!
But it's not from Wikipedia, very weirdly, because this is a very interesting story.
This is a bootleg Wikipedia
that wasn't
historian.
on, and it's about a famous person.
Oh.
And his weird beliefs. This is from History Daily, and it's an article called The President and the Mole People.
Wait, what?
No doubt, U.S. presidents use their position of power to do some strange things, but John Quincy Adams just may win the award for the weirdest appropriation of tax dollars.
Oh, Lordy.
Believe it or not, John Quincy Adams, our sixth president, authorized an expedition to the center of the earth to search for the mole people who he believed inhabited the bowels of the planet. Here's the story of the president and the mole.
What year was his presidency? Like
he was
1800s?
Sixth president of the unit, 1825 to 1829.
So they by no means had the capability to get to the center of the earth. No.
John Quincy Adams, the son of our second president, John Adams, was interested in science and nature and had a passion for exploration. During his lifetime, scientific exploration was reaching new heights. Lewis and Clark had been commissioned...
reaching new depths.
Ba-dum-boom. Lewis and Clark had been commissioned to explore the Western Front, and around the world, adventurers were setting out for the uncharted territories in search of the unknown.
I like the idea that he was like, okay, so they did Lewis and Clark.
We did that.
I want my own Lewis and Clark. What direction can we go? Well... I guess down. Down works, right, guys?
When they haven't even discovered all of America, and they're immediately like, down. All right, let's go.
Let's keep going down. Yep.
Like, they're not even completing the one shore that they've done. They've gotten, like, halfway through doing this
It's like when you start cleaning your room, and you're like, oh, but I have to do this other chore, so I'll stop doing this.
You start, like, doing the trash, and then you're like, I gotta make my bed.
Right.
And then you gotta, like, do everything.
Right. But in this case, it's digging for mole people.
Although it has been suggested by many historians that John Quincy Adams had the highest IQ of any president, he had some deeply held beliefs that we would scoff at today. One of them was his support of the hollow earth theory. During the 1810s and 1820s, many academics and scientists thought that the earth was a hollow sphere. People still believe that bullshit 200 years in the future. That was me, and that wasn't History Daily.
I don't doubt that.
Actually, it was theorized that the Earth was made up of a series of concentric layers, each containing its own subterranean world. This world was illuminated by a sun-like heat and light source at the very center of the Earth.
So there was a sun inside of the Earth?
But what about the layer right below ours?
Yeah, why? What?
There could only be two layers. Like, there could be an inner layer, and there could be an outer layer.
So it's like a
There could be the upside down, and there could be the normal.
What?
But there'd be
inverse gravity?
This
what?
is why there's all those movies in, like, the 1940s or something.
About, like,
that
Journey
were,
to the Center of the Earth?
Yeah, there was, like, dinosaurs in the center of the Earth. Life would thrive, 1820s scientists believed, in the world beneath the Earth's surface. There would probably be vast natural resources to be found there, as well as subterranean people. Darwin's theory of evolution were still decades away, but believers of the hollow earth theory, like Adams, assumed that some sort of human-like beings had adapted to the underground lifestyle, and there were communities of mole people.
What?
During this time, a self-educated scientist and an ex-soldier named John Cleves Sims Jr. was making the rounds across the United States, speaking to crowds about his hollow earth theory. The purpose of his lectures wasn't just to educate his audience, he was trying to recruit 100 brave companions!
Join me, men! I need 100 able bodies!
Come and we shall toil so we can go below the soil and find the mole people!
That was pretty good.
Thank you.
You should go on the campaign road and find 100 able-bodied men!
A brave companions! Come, men, we shall find the mole people. And they immediately get killed. Like, just get obliterated by dinosaurs and shit. Oh, that would be great. Why can't we have that movie? It's like Kong Skull Island, except they have muskets.
They have muskets, and they like are setting out to find mole people and they just get obliterated.
And then John Quincy Adams is like, yikes.
Come with me below this soil, and we shall toil, and we shall toil.
This fucking idiot's just like, oh, what fun.
What have they found the mole people? Mole people are like, why are they always singing? What's with these people?
Hey, what? We met some dwarves from Snow White. They're also doing that shit. Sims believed, as other Hollow Earth theorists did, that there were chasms in the ground at the North and South Poles that served as gateways to the center of the Earth.
So what he's saying...
Hold on,
I want to get this right.
Launch an expedition in Siberia.
He thought that the Earth was a donut.
That's not the... I've heard that theory, actually, in modern times. It's a flat Earth thing. I've researched this too much. I've gone too far into this.
Will's like, I've become too malleable.
Flat Earth. I researched it for the podcast.
Hey guys, looking for 100 able-bodied flat earthers.
It's for the podcast.
I swear, I don't donate to any of those causes. What?
It is weird that he was like, because I've seen stuff about people trying to find like the Northern Passage through the ice stuff.
Oh yeah,
they all die.
They all die.
Every single one.
Yeah, there's some pretty depressing stories around that.
Imagine the conversation that John Quincy Adams would have to have with like the Russian Tsar of just like, you want to what? Yes, I'd like to send 100 brave companions to go to Siberia.
Actually,
and
we're only up to 95,
people.
so if you have any volunteers.
And he's like, we will think about this. But the answer is tentatively no.
Pencil me down as a no.
I'm going to respond to this Facebook invite as a maybe.
And then not respond
and then
anymore.
Never go to it. Not everyone took Sims' theory seriously. In fact, most people laughed at him. Yes, rightfully so. It looked as though he wouldn't be able to raise the support he needed for his expedition to the center of the Earth. But he found the supporter in John Quincy Adams. Adams was a brainy introvert who was more academic than presidential. In the presidential campaign of 1824, Adams was viewed as indecisive and cautious, while his opponent, Andrew Jackson, was seen as bold, decisive, and authoritative.
And he came with 100 strong men!
Also, Andrew Jackson was the worst.
Yep.
If you heard anything about... He was also a fucking
Stonewall,
crazy...
right?
Yes. No, not Stone. Actually, yeah. No, Stonewall Jackson was Civil War.
Oh.
Andrew Jackson was... What was his nickname? He was like, it was like something crazy. Like he literally was like crazy something.
Bone wall.
Bone saw.
No, bone wall.
Bone wall is ready.
Come to my house, but first I must let you into my bone wall.
John Quincy Adams, I'm gonna suplex you in the presidential.
And he's like, I just don't want to do this.
Meet me in the ring for a debate and then a wrestling
I'll
match.
take you down, and then I'm gonna take Sims down, and I'm gonna take down his 100 brave companions.
I'm gonna take your polling numbers way down.
You know, it's gonna go down in a trail of tears. Yikes! Yikes!
Oh no!
During the campaign, Adams promised to back Sims' expedition. Even though plenty of people scoffed at the idea, they saw the move as proof that Adams did have a backbone. They had a newfound respect for Adams helping him to win the election.
Wait,
But he,
I don't know, guys. This
I
guy
think-
seems like he
And
can't
then somebody's
tell
like,
up from down.
Mr. President, what do you think about Hollow Earth? And he's like, fucking yes. Like, absolutely. And people
And
are
everyone's like,
oh, okay.
good, very
That would be like if a presidential like one of the Democratic candidates came out and was like, they're like, what do you think about flat Earth? And he's like, fucking love it.
And everyone's like, yes,
And everyone's like,
very good.
I don't believe in anything he's saying, but I
like his conviction.
like what I'm not liking what he's saying, but I like his tone. And that's all you really need, the confidence. Adams was interested in the thrill of discovery and was curious to see the natural resources would be found under the earth. He was also hoping to find new discovery would be the legacy of his presidency. Sims wanted to establish trade with the mole people.
I like that it wasn't enough for him to just be president. He was like, I need a legacy here.
That's the best legacy in the world.
I need to discover a whole new breed of people.
Sims wanted to create trade routes. The mole people, how would that work? I don't know. John Quincy Adams.
So you guys have some diamonds? Okay, well, we have things that grow up here, like
What do you got?
corn and...
What do you mole people have?
We have mushrooms. We have dirt.
We have dirt and an occasional lump of coal.
There we go. And then like lots of gold.
That's what I want. That's
Really, we throw it away. We hate it.
We make toilets out of it. It's not very good. It's very soft metal.
It's really just. We hate living down here. Can we move up there? Can we
We'll trade you some gold for real estate.
Can we swap? Can we just swap for like a little bit? Can we
And
do like
Andrew
life
Jackson-
swap?
Or
basically.
John Quincy Adams like, I say we do it.
Imagine if there's a mole person, John Quincy Adams.
John Moley Adams.
Yeah, and he's just like, we shall go to the surface.
And everyone's like, oh, what an idiot.
But he is decisive about his surface thing. He's just fucking, and then there's terrible mole Andrew Jackson. He's just like,
I'm gonna bring you to the surface.
I'm gonna suplex you up into,
Into the sky.
and you're gonna break through the crest.
John Quincy Adams only served one term as president, and in that time, he was not able to pull together support and resources needed to fund Sim's journey.
Couldn't find 100
He
able-bodied
couldn't find
men.
100 people. When Jackson was elected president, he immediately nixed the project. Of course he would.
Of course he did.
Despite this failure, Adams' presidency did see some lasting scientific endeavors. He established a naval observatory in Washington, D.C., and more importantly, helped to make sure that the money from the estate of John Smithson went to establish the Smithsonian Institute.
Oh, hey.
So far as we know, no other president has attempted to establish diplomatic ties with the mole people of Middle-earth. What a sassy end to this article.
So far as we are aware, our research shows no one has tried to make contact with the mole people. They're still very lonely.
What if there's still a, society that was the 100 brave companions of Sims that are still trying to find those
The
mole
100
people?
brave companions that have, had families, and now it's,
It's
like
in-
several thousand people that are like, we're ready to go.
It's like
We're the sons and daughters of the 100 brave men.
in Good Omens, there's the, witch hunter general in modern times.
Yep.
Because, back in the day, they would have witch hunter, but he's still, living that life, but he's
Yep.
also a fraud.
Yep.
He just does nothing. Imagine that, but just,
God.
just meetings of dudes in a basement, just like, so today, any reports on the mole people, Todd? Nothing. He doesn't even say that. He just shakes his head and he's
No.
like, all right, back to, we got chips and dip. All right.
We got that going for us, I guess.
I made bread that looks like a mole. right. Why do we even do... I do this more for friendship than I do. I like the community.
And everyone's like, you know what, me too.
You know what?
Screw them mole people.
Screw the mole people. All right.
Well, that was entertaining. I like that.
It was the little mole people.
The little mole people. I just have another short segment for you.
All right.
It's about Pokemon.
Pokemon, get some. It's my destiny.
I think it's time we...
You're my best friend in the world.
And this has been our segment, crying about... It seems like there's some unresolved feelings here. Did you not catch all the 150, Will?
Did you not see Pokemon the movie? Mewtwo's so sad at the beginning.
I saw Detective Pikachu.
That was a good movie, and it was sad when he does the thing.
I guess.
I don't want to spoil this movie. It's a good movie.
It's a good movie. In a world we must run. Alright. I think it's time, as adults...
Yeah, we get over Pokemon?
No, we revisited some of these names that they chose for these Pokemon. Because some of them are...
the Pokemon rap? Do all the...
Nidoking, Nidoqueen, Charizard, Voltron, Ivysaur, Bulbasaur. We need to revisit some of these because some of these are very questionable. Similar to middle schoolers singing my humps or whatever it was. Not my humps, my milkshake.
Is this segment called...
It's called...
Who's that Pokemon? But really, why that Pokemon?
But were Pokemon or stripper name?
Oh, is that the name? What the fuck?
I mean, it's not actually because you probably know all the Pokemon.
My name's Jinx.
I mean, yeah. We need to think about these.
Yep.
We're going to start off with like some of the originals.
Mm-hmm.
What's Squirtle? I know we love Squirtle.
I love Squirtle. He's my favorite Pokemon.
I know, but what's that name?
Sometimes you got... Oh, God. You gotta squirt. It's tough. Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
Uh-huh. See what I'm saying here?
Squirt guns, though.
Okay, fair enough. All right, I'll give you that one.
Squirtle, squirt, but... Squirt is just a bad...
What's going on with Jigglypuff?
Honey, did you take the Jigglypuffs out of the oven?
I'm not eating... I am not eating anything called a Jigglypuff. And now to the stage, please welcome Jigglypuff.
Now on The Voice, our next contestant. Everybody turns around, they're smacking their thing.
Jiggly!
They're immediately smacking their buttons like, come up, I gotta get it first.
Give me that.
I want that Jigglypuff.
Why'd they name a Pokemon Grimer?
You sound like a 5-year-old who's like, why is he a Grimer, though?
Why'd they pick a Pokemon named Grimer?
Why is he named, Grimer? That's my impression of a 5-year-old. Thank you, I'll take that Academy Award.
And also Muck. That's another one.
Yeah, Muck.
Yeah, it's gross.
What the fuck, Muck?
Also, how would you feel if there was a stripper named Whale Lord?
That would be offensive. Like, that wouldn't be, like, they're not gonna do, like, an ironic one of that. They're gonna be like, alright, you're a whale lord, and the person's just like, oh, shit, like, fucking whale lord, ah! I'm Whale Duke.
I'm Whale Archbishop.
And there's this a Pokemon that looked like the Pope.
Whale Pope.
It's me, the Pokemon.
It's a spin-off of them.
The Pope Pokemon. He just blesses them. He goes, bless you. Bless you.
What were they thinking with Lickitung? Yeah, what? They couldn't have been thinking straight.
Listen, that was first generation. They weren't even like into it.
You know what's the worst?
These are all first generation.
No, because there was an evolution in the 4th gen called Licky Licky.
Oh.
Not great Pokemon. Licky Licky.
I'm gonna hang out with my Licky. Gross.
Did you know there's a Pokemon called Spupa?
Spupa?
Did you know that? Because that's nasty. Stop spewing everywhere. You little spew.
Pupa. Like, Pupa's not... Well, it's kind of cute, but it's like spew... Okay, let's take this cute thing. a little vomit to it and really just spice it up.
I like the idea of them being in the boardroom being like, all right, we have all these cutesy names. Let's barf them up a little bit.
We
We got pupa. How about spupa?
Perfect.
Okay. I hate it.
Raise.
Thanks. Raise. It's
Raise
the raise. Do you know there's a Pokemon called Goomy?
Goomy sounds like somebody that's saying gummy.
Goo me. Goo no. Goo you.
No, don't goo me. No. Spupa? Don't goo me. Don't goo me.
Spupa? Licky Licky? Don't goo me.
Don't
goo me.
I got slime.
There's also one called Sligoo.
Goo?
Sligoo.
These are all goo based. Like
I know. They're all just gross.
ones.
Why are they goo? Why did they make so many goo Pokemon?
They're just like, they like the goopy things. I don't know. Just a little goopy.
And there's also one called Guzzlord. Guzzlord.
It's me, Guzzlord.
I hate it. Gotta just guzzle this all down.
What's with all these lords, too? Lords and ladies of
the Pokemon. Do you think Wailord and Guzzlord are the lords of the Pokemon world?
Dukes of the Pokemon world.
That's Guzzduke to you.
My lord. My Wailord.
My Guzzlord.
My Guzzlord. Guzzle is not a good word.
There's also one called Saw's Book.
Saw's Book?
Saw's Book. I can't help but say it with a southern drawl.
Now, me and my Saw's Book here.
Now, me and my boy Saw's Book.
What does it look like? Does it have saws?
It's like a deer.
Oh, so it's a buck.
Yeah. I don't know why it's Saw's Book.
I wonder if they're getting lazy and they're like, just put some chainsaws on its
I
horns. I don't know, man.
Also, while I was looking at this, I have a question.
Yeah.
Do people eat Pokemon in the Pokemon universe?
Yeah.
Do they?
I don't know. Okay. Are we going to get into this discussion of how does the economy in Pokemon work?
Why wouldn't...
It doesn't work. That's the answer.
Why wouldn't they eat them?
Tauros meat.
Tauros meat.
Lickitungue's tongue.
I try Slowpoke.
Tongue is good.
I try Slowpoke.
I'd try Slowpoke.
Do you think that they don't eat the more humanoid ones? Like, you probably wouldn't eat a Machoke.
You wouldn't eat a Mr. Mime.
I would eat a Mr. Mime.
Ooh. Stop it.
Don't tempt me.
Oh, stop. You think they would just take like a Slimer or what? Not Slimer.
God.
What am I saying? What is the
Muck,
and just like get a big straw and just really just.
And it's like, leave me alone. I'm trying to level up. No.
I made turtle soup from this Squirtle.
Oh God. They probably would eat them though, right?
Yeah. It's weird because
a lot of them are like fish, like a Feebas.
We eat things that are basically like the same level of sentience as any Pokemon.
Yeah, but we don't catch Pokemon and evolve them and train
love them.
and love them.
Are you presuming a castaway situation where you just have your Pokemon?
No, I'm talking about like a restaurant in the Pokemon universe. What do they serve there?
Like
there's a pig Pokemon. Why not just eat the pig?
Yeah.
Is this making you sad? Is this making you sad about the Pokemon universe?
One of the starters is a fire pig.
There's also that pig that has
roasted himself.
There's the pig that has like the spring tail.
Oh,
I forget what it's called.
Do you think you could eat the faces of the what's the palm tree Pokemon?
Oh, Executor.
Yeah. Could you take those
eat
off and eat the coconuts?
Oh my God, that's so morbid. We don't eat like the face of animals.
Yes, we do.
Where do we?
Probably. You leave the heads of fish on sometimes. I see that in cartoons.
Yeah, but I don't leave the heads of like a cow on.
Pig roasts.
Yeah, but
apparently the faces is the most delicious part. What am I going to say?
I mean, I would try Executor face.
What Pokemon would you eat? That's the real question.
What Pokemon wouldn't you eat?
Pikachu.
Garbodor,
absolutely. There's one that's an ice cream cone. You think I'm not immediately eating that? I would eat that by accident.
Do you think
I wouldn't even do that on purpose.
Do you think that ice cream in the Pokemon universe is just that Pokemon?
Do you think they're just all worried? They're like, oh no, we've extinguished a life. I just wanted a treat.
Or if they think that they're eating ice cream and then they turn around the cone and there's a face on it and they're like, oh!
And you've just been licking it and it goes, how does that not melt? Just immediately.
I don't know.
What would be the gross? I mean, Muck is pretty bad and Garbodor is pretty bad.
Pretty bad, but what would be the grossest one to eat?
What would be the best tasting?
What would be the best tasting?
I think that's probably that's where we got, this is the culmination of this discussion.
The ultimate Pokemon to eat. I don't know. I have to think about which Pokemon I know. Hold on. Give me a minute. I just need to think about the Pokemon that would be good to eat.
I gotta think too. This feels like somebody would do like a 30-minute video on YouTube about I went through every single iteration, every single Pokemon, and I decided whether it was going to be edible or not.
Oh God.
I'd have to go through like a full list
of Pokemon to
eat. Pokemon, yeah. I think the ice cream one would probably be the easiest to palate.
I mean, you don't even have to prepare them. You don't have to prepare them at all.
Do we want to limit it to like Generation 1? Or
sure. Yeah, okay. Well, so in Generation 1, what is the best Pokemon to eat?
Those are the ones
I'll name some options because I'm looking at a list now.
Yeah.
Probably none of the bug ones.
No. Bug type is gone.
I'd try I'd try Pidgeotto.
I'd try, but that would be like...
It'd be like chicken.
Yeah.
It'd be like chicken.
They're everywhere. They're like pigeons. I would try...
Would you try No, it's too weird. Eating a Ninetales? That'd be like eating a fox. Like,
yeah,
you're not going to eat a fox.
You don't eat a fox.
What about like a Vileplume? That's just a mushroom.
Yeah, but they also have like the weird face. Their faces are extra weird.
They're extra weird.
Yeah.
I feel like...
But it's the question of what would taste best.
I feel like Bellsprout would just be like a nice salad topping.
Yeah, very nice. That'd be a nice one.
Like, I'd definitely try that. You wouldn't be able to eat a Geodude.
No, those are rocks.
He's safe. I guess a lot of rock types are safe.
Rock types are basically safe. Imagine if you could eat a Gyarados.
Oh my God.
Imagine hunting a Gyarados. That'd be like hunting a dragon.
It'd be like hunting a dragon, and then you just get like...
Oh!
Magicarp.
Magicarp!
Yeah, the most edible...
Is absolutely the most edible. It's just a fish.
And they absolutely eat them in the Pokemon universe.
Oh, absolutely.
100%.
They're dum-dums. Nobody cares about Magikarp.
No, you don't feel bad about eating
a badass Gyarados, and then you don't fuck with them.
And then you don't fuck with them. But it would be pretty amazing to try. I would eat a Gyarados. I would try that for sure.
If somebody, it would be, imagine just like hacking off a piece of it because it's so gigantic.
It's gigantic. It's huge.
It's one of those animals that it's like, you're either going to eat the Gyarados or the Gyarados is going to eat you.
Oh, God.
Like, it's just gigantic.
What if you were hunting a Gyarados and you thought you killed it and then it just turned back into a Ditto? And you're like, fuck. It's this goopy mess. I don't even get to eat it.
Imagine being in nature, being a hunter, and like killing a thing, and then it just turns back into a Ditto, and you go, God damn it, I don't want to eat some Play-Doh.
Damn it. I would eat Snorlax.
Too fatty.
Too fatty? Oh, yeah,
fatty.
Too fatty. That's a lot of meat, though. It's a big boy. Tauros, for sure. You're right.
Tauros is probably we're really just getting as close to regular.
Yeah. I mean, like, you're not gonna eat a Tangela.
No.
Unless it's made of linguine. Linguine Tangela.
I think water type are probably good.
Right.
Grass type are probably salad.
Rocks you wouldn't eat. Ghost you couldn't eat. Normal is questionable. Maybe.
Questionable. Most of the normal things wouldn't. I think we have a good conclusion.
Yeah.
Of not most.
Not most, but there are definitely some Pokemon.
Look like regular things we eat.
Yeah. I agree. I'm glad we've decided that.
Good job.
Good job. We've decided which Pokemon have nasty names and which ones we would eat.
Yum yum. Eat that executor face.
But they're just eggs. The heads are just eggs. You just
Why
crack
is there eggs on fucking trees?
Well, this basic form is execute, which is just eggs.
Yeah, just eggs, and then it gets a palm tree.
I don't know where that comes from. It's evolution, man.
Darwin went the Galapagos.
Darwin's theory of Pokemon evolution.
And then Darwin said, but what if there are mole people?
What if there are mole Pokemon? Sandshrew.
Sandshrew. Diglett.
Diglett. You just pull them right out of the ground.
If you're on an island and you have to eat something, you just
there's a cloister.
Cloister!
You'd eat that.
I would eat cloister.
I would eat cloister too.
Once again, there's regular food. Anyway, I think that's probably the end of this discussion and the end of Segment City. I know, you're so sad.
I'm so sad.
You're so sad now that it's ended. But hey, we have a bunch of other episodes.
We do.
You can also listen to. Hey, if you like these episodes, recommend it to a friend.
Yeah, share with your friends.
Give us some star ratings. Give us some reviews. Tell us what you like, what segments you like, what segments you don't like.
Send in any segment ideas that you might have.
Yep. Feel free to email us at segmentcitypodcast@gmail.com if you have any ideas or you just want to shout us out or say like, hey, I really like this segment. Keep doing that. Or like, don't really like that. We're always open to critique. Also, hit up our Twitter at segmentcity.
Twitter.
And also, our good friend, Rachel Robinson.
To the principal's office. You forgot to do the pacer test. You have to go do the pacer test right now, Rachel.
You have to go. You have to go to the pacer test, and also you need to get thank yous for our wonderful theme song. Anything else?
Thanks,
you want to
Rachel.
say?
I think that about covers it. We did it. We did an episode. Thanks for listening, folks.
I love Squirtle, but I would eat a Squirtle.
In like a soup.
He makes his own soup.
You nasty.
He's a Squirtle. He's
boy. You nasty.
Okay, this is how we're ending. Bye. I love you.
Bye. All right. Wait. Before we go, just remember, folks. Do your pacer test.
Fucking stupid.
Lap 1. Woo!
Why is that?
Feel the burn.
Sorry, Rachel. This is our new theme song. Fucking stupid. I'm editing it here.
Bye. 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 Bye.